So our project is called Storm Rescue. That's the mechanical arcade style game where, it's like the claw games where you try to pick up stuffed animals, except for our game, we have an electromagnet instead of a claw, and we're picking up people. Because the idea behind the game is that our hurricane just went through this town, and you're the Coast Guard trying to rescue these people. So once you pick them up, you gotta take them to the back corner to the hospital to save them, and you drop them and you get awarded points for it.
Okay, just to run through it, when you first start up, the recruiting music starts playing. That's just a CD player wired up to a PIC. The LCD screen displays recruiting messages like "Do the right thing" and "Your country needs you" and "Be a hero," things like that. And once you hit the start button, it turns off the music. The joystick is still deactivated, but once you get going, then it activates the joystick, which lets you move, and the two axes of direction. Keeps track of your score on the LCD screen. Starts a countdown timer from 99 seconds. It's playing the gameplay music now, the people with their horrified screams and pleading for rescue. So you can drop the spool down. The magnet's always active. It's just got a release button right here. And assuming you're talented enough to pick up a person, you can transport them to the hospital, release them, and it counts your score on the LCD. And the blinking lights that you see inside of there are Christmas style lights. They just have a filament that heats up and breaks the contact, so they turn on and off. And the X-Y directions are controlled by two DC gear motors, which are wired up directly with an H-bridge to the joystick. And the spool is similar. It's just on a timer that we just had to calibrate how long it needs to go down and how long it needs to go up. The uptime is slightly longer because it's working against the motor. It's got a load on it. One neat trick, the LCD is controlled by a PIC, so when it gets below 10 seconds, it goes, instead of doing 1 second decrements, it does 0.1 second decrements. Then it goes down to 0. Music turns off, displays your final score, and a little end-of-game message. Then it goes back to playing the recruiting music and the recruiting slogans. We got an Atari joystick that we bought off eBay. It's real simple. It's just on or off contacts in the 4 directions with the push button.
And we manufactured our own magnet. It's just a coil wrapped around a bolt. And we just run current through it when the game is playing. And then this button just interrupts it. And that would release the people into the hospital. We have one motor for each direction, X and Y, and they're located at the top here. And then we drive each, this is the vertical motion cart, goes this way, and then horizontal goes this way. And they're driven by these belts up here, which we use bicycle tires. And then each track is on a drawer track, and that's what allows it to slide back and forth without friction. Here is the spool motor, and then when we press the button, it just unwinds the magnet. The weight from the magnet pulls the spool down, and then when it reaches the time to unwind, it just winds it back up.
Once the game starts, then we can start at 99 seconds, and it just counts down from there. And button or spool.
There's 2 modes for the game. One is recruit and one is gameplay. During recruit mode, we have a looping soundtrack, and it's played on one of these CD players. And then when the game enters game mode, when the start button is pressed, it pauses one CD player and then starts the sound effects, which are on the other CD player.